Crimsonclad.
Oh Lord, with me. Okay, so that was close, that was bad, nothing was set up, and all of a sudden my PC just decided to die like 4 seconds before the stream, so I had to restart everything, and everything broke. Because why not, right? Why not? It wouldn't be a full force radio if everything didn't go full crumb. So, yes, just in time. Maybe in time, sort of in time, maybe not in time. I don't know, guys. Let's hope that everybody's checking in. I'm going to get the chat up and running. Everything looks good. At least I can see you. Maybe you could see me. You like to think it's because you were running late. I mean, technically, let's just sort of get this done here. Let's kind of arrange that. John is here. Creo, Corbin. Yes. Okay. So, listen, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a missed show. And yeah, we'll count it as a small victory and we'll roll forward from here. But yeah, so I have like literally, I'm just running in the door again. Even on the days where I have a fantastic playlist, that's tonight, and I have a fun topic for us to talk about, and I want to get everybody involved, and I do the thing, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to get, everything going, and I'm going to tweet, and I'm going to get everybody here for the show. I still mess it up. So yeah. Oh yeah, you guys are talking about there's my spooky bat, because yes, indeed, today's show is inspired by the fact that a bat has chosen my house. I had all these plans and I was going to do a super serious show, and I thought really strongly about, all of the topics that I could cover and playlists that I could build and all the things that I had going on, and I best laid plans and all that. And then, as per usual, everything got fucked up, and I thought, you know what? No, all these new people that come to the show, they're getting to know me as kind of a bit of a comedy queen, and as far as a heavy metal show goes, it's not that serious, but it is a lot of fun, and so I thought, fuck it, let's do it, let's make it happen, and I realized I'm just too obsessed with this bat. We're going to sing about the bat, we're going to talk about the bat, we're going to play bat-inspired songs. I put together an entire playlist that is a love letter to the bat that is hanging in the eaves of my house right now. Is that ridiculous? Yes. Do I care? No. So I'm going to double check that all of the chat is coming through and looking delightful. I'm going to make sure everybody's watching. I'm going to go hit the Vim button, and then eventually I'm going to get a tweet, and then we'll roll with it. We'll make it happen. Everything will look good. Let's do a quick post. There we go. Okay, so, woo! Hi! Hey, John. So I just put alerts together for Theta, and you could tell they're not actually styled yet. But on the plus side, wherever you guys hang out, wherever you chat, wherever makes you happy, whether it's Vim, Theta, Trovo, Twitch, YouTube, mspwaves.com, or in the Discord, it should work. You should just be part of the show. We could have some fucking fun. All right. So there we go. Try not to spam the Theta alerts because they're not styled, and OCD is going to lose, OCD me is going to lose her fucking mind completely, because those don't look and sound like my other alerts. Is that the Metal Gear Solid alert? It is. It totally is. Ah! So, yes, by the next time I have a show, which is theoretically Saturday, they'll be fixed and they'll be styled and they'll look a little better. But hey, welcome, Martando. Hello. I'm happy to have you guys here. So, what's the deal with tonight? And I see some questions in chat. I've got... Don't make me turn them off, Mariano. That's how tonight's going to go. It's just going to be me panicking every time somebody waves. Oh no. All right, so let's do our best. Let's get more people in here, because tonight's playlist is spectacular and a lot of fun. So Creo was like, hey man, I need heavy-ass music tonight. Well, it's not the heaviest, but there is some heavy stuff. The playlist is everything that I think of when I think of sleeping, dreaming, hibernation, the cold autumn and winter descending. And it's a really fun, great playlist. It's actually incredibly beautiful. So, Jesus! I'm going to turn that off. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, you bastards. All right. So I'm going to also enable the chat timers and screw you guys. Okay. So, yes, hence the Solstifair. Good catch. So you guys know. Oh my goodness. And the theta alerts have now been turned off. They're gone. You fucking bastards. We'll come back to that and we'll try that again. So listen, for those of you who are here, this is live radio, I swear. This is live streaming. This is live fun. And my name is Crimsonclad and this is Fullforce Radio. And we play heavy metal and hard rock and we talk shit and it's lots of fun. So, I did indeed see, this is why we can't have nice things. I'm not saying it's you guys, but it's you guys. It's you guys. Am I playing Metal Gear Solid? I know. That's the standard alert, and now it's turned off. And so now everybody who's coming on Theta, you're not going to get a shout out on the overlay. And so what I might... How is it still making noises, but it's not showing? Oh! Okay, well, now I really can't win. So let's just see... Let's just see what my options are in the background. Listen, let me tell you about tonight's show. The bat. I want to tell you about the bat, and then I want to tell you about the music. I saw there was a question asking me about my opinion on triviums in the Court of the Dragon. To be quite honest, it's okay. Now, Trivium, it's tough because Trivium is one of those bands that everything they've done over the years has been good. They're really cool people. They work really hard. They're always embracing other artists. They're nice dudes. Matt Heafy, we talk about him a lot on this show because he's kind of a streaming god himself. And yeah, it's good. He's good. So I listened through In the Court of the Dragon a couple times now, and I think it is okay. I think it's okay. It's all right. So here's the deal. I am disabling wave and I'm saving that. So let's hope that works. I don't necessarily know that it will, but in theory, that should work. So yeah, there are a couple of really, really good tracks on it. Tracks that I would consider maybe some of Trivium's best tracks ever. And then there's some tracks on it that I'm like, okay, yeah, we got some music. All right then. So we could definitely do a deep dive on it. I actually do want to do a 6 Degrees of Mutilation episode on Trivium because great band and a band that I've been very fond of for a very long time. I have been putting, since the very first episode of Full Force Radio almost 5 years ago, I've been putting Trivium in your ears. You know what? Not every band can release every single song and have it be perfect, and that's okay. Everybody says, oh yeah, all killer, no filler. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have bands having fun, experimenting, making the music they like. And you know what? Some of that's not going to resonate with me or some of it's not going to resonate with you. And that's just fine. So what are we doing tonight? There's a lot of black metal. There's a lot of post-rock. There is some thrash. Tonight, I am really excited to share some of the music that I've shared with you, and we'll have to kind of see where it goes. I suspect we'll go long, partially because I started a little bit funky, and partially because I picked out so much music, and I was still culling it as the show was starting, and I was panicking, and I was getting everything done here. I was still, on my phone looking at it and being like, could probably get rid of some of these tracks. So, I don't even know where I put my phone because I was running around like a crazy person so bad. Options. We have options. All right. So let's talk a little bit about where the bat came from. And then I promise we won't, get too stuck on this. But for me, this is kind of a really adorable and cute thing. Hey, Vaquero is here. So here's the other fun thing. Depending on where you're watching around the Streamiverse, I'm starting to get some of the streams dialed in because I want everybody to have the great same Full Force Radio experience. We're going to talk a little bit about what you guys like the best and some videos that could be made and some ways of working on the show a little bit towards the middle of the show when more people have arrived. But one of the things that you may notice, especially the kids over on Trovo, you might have a shiny new role. I am going out of my way for everybody that comes every week who's super fucking cool. I am going out of my way to make sure that you get acknowledged for it. So if you are suddenly a moderator in one of my chats, or you have a cool new color or whatever, it's because you're fucking awesome and I really like you and I want you to feel appreciated. Cool? Cool. Let's talk about this little guy, this little bat that I have. Hey there. This little majigger, little dude up here somewhere. Yeah, at Twitch, I'm going to start dropping it over there. I don't know who watches on Twitch normally. So I'm going to, as the show goes on, I'm going to pop them on you guys as we go. So this little guy in Canada, one of the most prolific bat species out there is literally called the little brown bat. Now, I woke up earlier this week and I got, John, you will absolutely get one. I got up and I went outside and I looked on the side of my house, right under my eaves, right outside my window. And I was so excited because I thought, oh, what is that? And I looked and it looked like a kiwi. It looked like a tiny little kiwi stuck to the side of my house. And it turns out that here in Canada, we have the little brown bat. That's what it's called. It doesn't even have a cool fucking name. It's just the little brown bat. And they are a species of microbat. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it is spooky season. We are here. It is happening. It's literally the best time of year. Everything good happens in October. Fuck yeah. And this little guy rocked up and has blessed my house. I have an actual bat right outside my window. When I'm cooking, when I'm in my kitchen, I can look out and there's my little bat friend. Like, this to me seems like a fucking sign. This seems like the best thing that could ever happen to me. A bat is on the side of my house. Now, many of you guys live in nature. That's fine. I do too. But they normally roost in trees. I normally see them flying around. I have never seen a bat roost right outside my door. Every day I leave my house and I say, okay, bye, bat. And every day I come home and I'm like, hey, bat, what's up? And it's the most delightful thing I've ever seen. So at first, I didn't know anything about bats. Nothing at all. And I'm like, he hasn't moved in 2 days. Holy shit, did this bat just hang on my house and die? And that was very problematic for me. I was very torqued out to begin with. But it turns out, no, bats here don't necessarily migrate, but they do hibernate. And so as it gets cooler, bats slow down, kind of like me. As it gets cooler, they slow down, their heart rate slows, they find a nice little spot and they just settle in. And they wake up like once a month to pee and get a drink and then go back to sleep. So again, sounds basically like me. I mean, that you get up, you take a pee, you grab a drink, you go back to sleep because fuck this shit. So Bat Friend has blessed me. Blessed be this spooky season. And I thought, okay, well, I was going to do a whole, serious playlist this week and it's going to be so cool and yada. Nah, I made a playlist and I'm dedicating it to this bat who has brought me so much joy. And I can only hope that Crim only pees once a month. Yeah, something like that. I'm dedicating it to this bat whom I hope will stay for at least 30 days and I will have an actual bat hanging from my house for Halloween. I couldn't ask for more. How do I explain to you the joy that this brings me? I can't. So I have a bat up here. I've got the bat on my house and everything in tonight's playlist is bat related. Now, I saw Creo immediately said Bat Country. Yeah, there is an Avenged Sevenfold song called Bat Country. And I did briefly think about putting it on tonight's playlist, and we still can. Do you guys want to listen to that? Will I be the new patient zero? Yeah, maybe. Well, and this is the other thing, is I can't do shit about like trying to talk to the bat, pet the bat, hang out with the bat, check if the bat's alive, because bats are the #1 rabies transmitter in North America. But at the same time, there's not very many of them. It's not a big percentage of them. It's very, very few of them. However, I have dogs. And should anything happen, myself or my dogs would die, right? So let's just leave the bat where he is. Let's admire his spookiness and adorableness and tiny cuteness from afar. And I will I will serenade him with heavy metal music. That's what tonight is about. And if that's fucking stupid, I don't care. It's my live radio show, and we're going to have a good time. So Creo says, absolutely, we should totally 1000% play Avenged Sevenfold. So this is the only track that doesn't like totally fit into tonight's playlist, but I ain't mad at it. So yeah, rabies is really scary, and that's really the problem is, of course, my dogs are vaccinated and whatever, but at the same time, the problem with rabies is you don't actually know. If you don't catch it right away, you die a horrible death. And so I'm like, you are a tiny little nugget of cute, and you know, this is just the world's way of telling me to admire your cuteness but not to fuck with you. So tiny bat, protecting my dogs, protecting myself, protecting you, playing heavy metal. Yes? Good? Spooky. Blessed be the spooky season. So we'll start with the Avenged Sevenfold. I wasn't going to, but you know what? It's fine. It's low-hanging fruit, kind of like a bat is low-hanging fruit when it decides to sleep all year. Outside your front door. I could literally just reach up and pluck him. He's like this big. He'd fit in the palm of my hand. I want to hug the bat so badly. Yeah, it might be stupid, but it's our kind of stupid. And that's Fullforce Radio in a nutshell right there. So let's do it. I will play you guys the Avenged Sevenfold track, and then we will go forward. And I've got some questions for you guys about replays. I've got some questions for you guys about things like on demand, other types of videos, all sorts of things. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna rock it out. We are going to serenade the bat outside my door because fuck yeah, he's so cute. Bats, something. You know what? I promise there will be some intelligent conversation tonight. It just might take a while to get to. All right, let's do it. Avenged Sevenfold, Bat Country on Full Force Radio. All right, there you go. So, chat is now officially bumping. Joshua's joined us, and Joshua came in swinging. He says I'm old. I'm not sure where that came from. I mean, I'm not offended by being called old. I'm not that old. But, I mean, some of the music from tonight is old because, of course, I love to grab new stuff. I love to grab old stuff. I like to grab, you know, metal and fun stuff from all over the place. And that is definitely, yeah, Mariano, nice try, because I turned off those waves because you bastards are gonna spam them. But yes, all hail the bat friend. So yeah, this was one of those things where, you know, something raw ramen noodles. Now, I don't know if you guys remember being kids, and maybe not, but if you were like 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆, you were born at a very young age. And when we ate, did you ever get those Mr. Noodles, the like the really cheap 50-cent Mr. Noodle packs, and you just crunch them up and eat them? I'm a hot mom. I don't have children. Don't put that evil on me, but that's cool. I'll take it. You know what? Listen, I'm not too proud. Crystal's followed. Lots of people are jumping in. This is Fullforce Radio. I play heavy metal, and tonight's playlist is a love letter, an ode in metal form to the bat who is hanging outside my house. He has blessed me for spooky season. He's the cutest little thing. He's maybe 2 inches tall, and it turns out he's going to hang there for like maybe a month. And the only thing he's going to do is like get up, and then maybe pee, and then go back to bed. And I'm so happy. Did donations get turned off? No. Donations are turned on across the entire platform. So with the only thing being said, the donation link that you have, Clay, is actually not the right donation link. But it's okay. It's fine. It's all good. We'll make it work. So listen, what do I have on the playlist for you tonight? I have a whole range of stuff. So I have everything from like Finnish, old school black metal, moving through a lot of sort of depressive metalhead, because that's really my jam. And of course, we have to get some of the shirt on the playlist. I've got everything from Amorphous to Enciferum. I've got Rotting Christ, because you guys know I love Rotting Christ. Finishing up with Upping the Irons like we normally do. The reality is I've just literally... It's the one on the Fullforce site and YouTube. Yes, and actually, he didn't. I can see here. I can actually refire his last tip. If you guys want to hear his last tip one more time, I could have it fire right now. Put on some Tupac. All right, Joshua, I liked having you around, but get the fuck out. Cheers, but no cheers. All right, so let's continue on. I have everything tonight's gonna be a fun one, and it's all inspired by this adorable little bat, Little Uzi. I don't know who Little Uzi is. I'm a firearms enthusiast, not a rap enthusiast. But you're welcome to stay. Absolutely, you do you, boo. But you're probably gonna be disappointed by bat metal. Now, here's the deal. Let's go on. I'm going to play you something by Moonspell. And Moonspell is one of those bands that I try to sneak into the playlist whenever I can. Joshua doesn't want to be kicked out. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I try and fit Moonspell into the playlist wherever I can. They've been around almost 30 years. They are a fantastic band. And they are they're like Portuguese, and it's fun stuff, and they do a lot of kind of spooky, fun, metalhead sort of thing. Play Slipknot, please. Hi, Indigo. Welcome. I'm glad to have you. We actually played Slipknot last week, and this leads me to something that I have to talk to you guys about live radio. Here's the deal. Last week, I played Slipknot, and YouTube lost its fucking mind. And in fact, I was blocked. My video was taken down. So I thought, all right, no problem. Fine. I cut the Slipknot track out, and then YouTube gave me another strike. I don't know what for. And because I've already edited the YouTube video, I'm no longer allowed to put the YouTube video back up. So I'm going to play this next track, but I have to ask you guys a question. You're watching the radio stream live, you're listening live, you're having fun. It's live right now. You're gonna experience it on YouTube while it happens. But most of you prefer to watch the replays on YouTube. Here's the deal. YouTube is gunning for me. Every time videos get 60, 70, 80, 100 views, boom, they shut me down. And they're starting to shut me down permanently. So I have a question for all of you, and many of you are listening, just listening on the radio, and that's fine. Would you still like the replays if all the music was cut out and it was linked back to a playlist? Would you still be okay with that? I don't know. This feels weird, but it might be something that I have to do because YouTube has decided that Crimsonclad and Heavy Metal are too much for YouTube. Why? I don't fucking know. Yeah, why? It's not even that they're discriminating against Slipknot Indigo. It's that they are trying to make some fucking money. And they want my money. But that's a joke because I don't make any money. I do this for love. This is live radio. It's just for you guys when I want to play music. Well, fuck YouTube. So, please remember, you can watch and listen pretty much anywhere. There are lots of things happening at the moment. Lots of people are coming and joining, and that's really fucking exciting. So thank you. And why that didn't show up on the overlay, mystery. I will have to figure it out. But thank you for coming. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for, liking and doing the thing, and we'll just fucking sort it out as we go. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Can I follow your OnlyFans? Okay, well, here's the deal. I don't pay for porn, my friend, and neither should you. Let's play some Moonspell. I'm going to figure out what the fuck is going on my overlay. I'm going to play you guys a bunch more metal. It's all about bats tonight. So the Moonspell that I actually have on the playlist is a really great track. It is from an album called Night Eternal. And so here's this adorable little bat. And he is going to be sleeping almost until April next year. Will he spend that whole time outside my house? I don't know. I fucking hope so. But I'd like to believe that for him, I'm not a hibernator, I wish, is kind of a night eternal. Hey, Papa Bert! So, I'm getting a free OnlyFans subscription. What kind of pictures do you take, Joshua? Keep it PG in the chat, or at least 18-ish. But is your OnlyFans, if it is pictures of pets, I will follow you. If you have adorable, are you like a catfisher? That'd be amazing. Sign up for my OnlyFans and then it's pictures of your pet turtle. Not a euphemism, but an adorable pet. I could almost be convinced. Let's do this. Night Eternal for my adorable little bat friend who's up here on the overlay. I'm going to figure some stuff out. I'm going to get the radio going. We're going to play hours of fun music all dedicated to a cute little bat. And I got some more stuff to talk to you guys about. It turns out I'm probably going to be editing my YouTube videos and we'll talk a little bit more about maybe making more videos. Let's do this, man. Let's do it. Aw, Corn. Bless your heart. Corn is pretty great. Yes. All right, hang on here. We gotta switch back. I forgot I was in studio mode like a dum-dum. Hey, all right, so welcome. I was trying to get the overlay fixed back up again and everything's going on. So here we are. I'm so glad. Yeah, Crystal is hanging out and she has been doing the big grind going up to affiliate. And she's one of the fabulous supporters who's been with me for like 5 years while I do Fullforce Radio, which is crazy. 5 years. And speaking of amazing supporters, let's see what happens when we do this. Does it work?
And out of the darkness, the giggles did call, the spooks and the spunks will ravage us, the hounds are booping the bats on the wall, death by snus-new and ding-dongs of dread, the full force climax might leave us all dead.
Clay, thank you so much. So here's the deal. Clay just sent a donation, which is fantastic. Thank you, baby. And he wrote some more original poetry. So yes, if you come to my show every week, if you come to the radio show, I have some pretty killer intro music. Did you know that was written by Clay? One of my viewers, literally, one of my friends, good buds, literally wrote the words to the song. And then people who hang out here in chat, Rock Chick Jen and her band Sacrifice the Truth recorded it. And so I will read that for you one more time because as much as you'd love to hear it out of a New Zealand version of Stephen Hawking. And out of the darkness the giggles did call, the spooks and the spunks will ravage us all, while the hounds are booping the bats on the wall, death by snoo-snoo and ding-dongs of dread, the full force climax might leave us all dead. Fucking tastic. Delightful. That's absolutely delightful. So here's the deal. I was actually pretty impressed with how well the text-to-speech handled the word spoops and spunks. It didn't do good with snoo-snoo, though. I don't know if you guys heard that with snoo-snoo. But you know what? However you prefer your snoo or snuh, you are welcome here, my friends. So we're going to continue on. Absolutely fantastic. I feel like I need to have that printed out and just put on the wall. So yeah, the reality is if you do decide to donate, and you do not have to, this is for free. I fucking love doing this show for you guys. All of the sort of donations and follows and likes and subscribes and all the shit that go into this show, basically I power right back into making the show better, which means I am getting ready to do some sort of more video stuff. So before we move on and we talk a little bit more about the bat, because yay, bat, bat, adorable bat. Maybe we should make him bigger. Just put him right here over my face. That might be what we need to do. But so one of the things that I keep getting asked, and this is just the tiniest dip into Crim's mailbag. Hey, will you, can you, should you do something like a Patreon? I feel uncomfortable with the idea of a Patreon, but I'm open to it. And one of the suggestions was that at the end of each month, I do a Patreon-only video for people. And what I do is I basically cut up all of the shows that I did. I take all of the topics that I did, and I do an in-depth video on those topics. So on nights where I do a deep dive, on weeks where I talk about Faustian bargains in music, it would basically be like taking all of those and creating an actual video instead of a live stream, instead of live radio. I don't know what you guys think about that. I'm uncomfortable with it, but enough people are messaging that I feel like maybe we should talk about it. I don't fucking know. In the meantime, I want to play you guys some Rotting Christ. I love Rotting Christ. Now, there's a soundbite for you, and it often makes people uncomfortable, but I love Rotting Christ. They are one of the most fabulous, sort of strange, pagan, anti-religion, heathen metal bands out there. And, you know, if you've been attending this show for a while now, you'll know that they are actually out of Greece. And that Rotting Christ, well, it sounds like a perfectly metal band name. Fucking metal! That's not only where it came from. And so if you think this would be kind of a great example for a video, but one of the kind of things that happened across Europe was the spread of Christianity. And we know this. We've talked about this on the show. One of the most defining points of metal was this spread of Christianity that wiped out a lot of the heathen religion and heathen worship. And I know heathen is a terrible term, but it's the perfect sort of contrast to a lot of what was happening in, Christian religion. And, oh, is my phone vibrating? It sure is. That better not be one of you fuckers. Jesus. All right. So I can't hear it. I've got the headphones on. So I'm just triggering all of you. You guys are all checking your phones like crazy people. Nah, it's me. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It was my phone. It was ringing because you know what? After 5 years of doing this show at the same goddamn time, nobody's figured it out yet. All right. So anyways, Rotting Christ. That name sounds a little offensive, right? Like, ugh. But the reality is, it was basically chosen to talk a little bit about some of the absolute moral decay and as a pushback against Christian religion spreading across Europe and, kind of taking over these traditional beliefs. Offenses taken, not given. Ain't that a great point? And, we talk about this around here a lot. And at the end of the day, metal is a protest. Metal often can, offer up offense, whether you choose to take it or not. Metal is often protesting, but not always. And so all I ask of you guys when you come and hang out on this show is, you're allowed to take offense at things. And we'll do our best to not go out of our way to try and harm anyone. I don't believe in that, and I don't want you here if that's what you're going to do. But at the same time, we're going to be open to talking like adults, and sometimes about things that are a little uncomfortable. Metal is like that. And one of the big things that I get a lot of hate mail for is Satan, but he is an integral part of metal. And so is stuff like Rotting Christ. So you have a band out of Greece who writes songs that are very anti-religion, that are very anti-Christianity. They do not like the idea of some of the absolute atrocities that were committed across Europe and through the history of the growth of Christianity. They would love to see, a return to a lot of pagan or heathen or traditional beliefs, mythos, a lot of cool stuff that is so culturally relevant to a lot of these bands. So, and yeah, you know what, Crystal, exactly. We actually talked about this one night and you nailed it. Hey, 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖛𝖞, you nailed it. He is part of Christianity. One of the most interesting things about Satan is that he does not exist without being a contextual foil to Christianity, right? You can't have, hi, 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖛𝖞, I disconnected the wave button because I could not do the Metal Gear Solid alert all night. I'm an asshole. I believe it. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't love you, it's that I'm a dink. So yeah, it's one of those things where people get really upset, but at the same time, without Christianity, Satan would never exist. It's a foil. It's a perfect example of how there's always multiple aspects to every mythos. So I'm going to play you guys some Rotting Christ, and I'm going to play, that's right, can't have a big goodie without a big baddie. That's what these two are all about. Oh, 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖆𝖛𝖞, I'm teasing. It's just, this is the first night that I've had theta alerts, and everybody is losing their mind and spamming the wave button, and it's just like, I'm still scared of it. So, I'm going to play you something off one of their older albums. It's called Noctis Era, the entire era of night. I think of this little bat, and he's going to be sleeping for months, for like the better part of 6 months. He's going to wake up, take a piss, grab a drink, and then go back to sleep. And so I think about all of the sort of ideas that this evokes in me, because unfortunately, I'm not allowed to hibernate. And believe me, if I could, I would. Can you imagine living off your fat for a couple months? Oh my God, I'd look so amazing. I'd have the best sleep ever, and then I'd wake up skinny. What's not to love? I want to be a bat. I want to be tiny and cute and adorable, and then, yeah, you know what? Wake up skinny, etc., etc., etc. This checks all my boxes. So writing this playlist for my little bat friend, I was looking at tracks that were very evocative of sort of the mysterious and attractive, hairy with wings. I screech at you, I lunge at you in the night, I get tangled in your hair. Yeah, all these things apply to me. Thank you for noticing. So let's do it. Let's do some Rotting Christ. Hey, I see Jason is here. More people are hopping into the Discord. People are watching all over the place. I love having you here. 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖛𝖞 also wants to be a bat. We're all bats. If you want to show me what kind of bat do you want to be? I mean, this little dude is so adorable. I want to be a little brown bat, but there are some pretty cute ones. So you know what? Choose your bat. choose your fighter, choose your bat. I'm going to play you guys some Rotting Christ. Corbin says you're going to wake up with 5 months of morning breath and loose skin folds. Hey, it's a test of how much you love me. If you don't love me at my battiest, then you don't deserve me at my full forciest. I don't know. Let's do some music. Noctis Era, the era of night. Rotting Christ on Full Force Radio. Yes, there you go. Rotting Christ. Hey, yes. Hey, Thief, haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad you've popped back in. And I'm hoping you found the new Twitch stream. I don't know. This song is just okay. It has good bits. Yeah, I agree. It's not necessarily the best in Rotting Christ's catalog, but at the same time, I really enjoy kind of branching out. One of the easiest things and the hardest things for me simultaneously is moving away from the tracks I like best. There's only so many times I can play Fire, God, and Fear for you guys, and I'm pretty sure over the course of the last 5 years, I've played it at least 67 times. So, I'm always trying to find tracks that have elements that I like, that get me going, that fit in with the idea of new playlists. And, not everything is going to be for everyone. So I don't mind if you guys throw in chat, Crim, everything you like is trash and you're trash. Hell, I think you're trash. That's okay. That's okay. So bat metal tonight, and it sounds ridiculous, but here's my little brown bat friend. I should make him even bigger. Twitch, Wes's Twitch. Yeah, well, didn't you used to watch on the Twitch feed, Thief? I don't know, man. I'm not sure, friend. But I thought you did. I actually made a new Twitch account because I'm an idiot and camped my own account. So, everything, so forth, so on, and it is what it is. So, everything tonight inspired by my new little bat friend who's hanging off the side of my house. He's so cute. He's so adorable. Everybody in chat is deciding what kind of bat they would be. Apparently, there's a mega bat that is almost as tall as a human. No, thank you. I'm all about like adorable bats and stuff, and I'm not saying that we need to discriminate. I'm not saying we need to discriminate against big bats. I like bats of all sizes. I like humans of all sizes, but no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. It's called a Dracula. Yes, I have a real bat. For everybody who's just joining us and wondering why the weird playlist tonight, what is, I often do a playlist theme. Is that a really, kitschy kind of radio thing? Yeah, but I've been doing this show for 5 years. This is 166 episodes of Full Force Radio. I'm so proud of myself. I love it. But one of the things that I never want to be is the type of radio that you hear pretty much everywhere, which is take the same 5 songs, play them, roughly 184 times a day, and make you sick of them. It's not okay. It's not okay. I don't want to do that. The world is big and infinite, and there's new metal every day, and there's old metal every day, and all of it. I want it all. And you should too. So that's why it is. That's why it is. Okay, so as long as you're good, as long as you can find what you want and do what you want and enjoy and be happy, Full Force Radio. So tonight, I have created a musical love letter to the bat that has blessed my house with Spook. Guys, I'm so excited. This tiny little bat, he looks like a kiwi. I walked out of my house and he's hanging from my house and he's so cute. He's got one little tiny, foot hanging on the side of my house. I want him to stay till Halloween. This is it. The spook gods have sponked me. I have been sponked. I am Spook. We will spookening. It's fantastic. He's right there. I want to be that house that has a real bat as my Halloween decorations. That's what I want. I want to be that spooky lady. So, in honor of me seeing him every day and being obsessed with him for the last 3 days. Obsessed. I made a playlist for him. All of the songs on tonight's playlist roughly kind of tie back to the fact that I'm obsessed with my new bat friend. To the point where people in my life are like, you're an idiot. He's not your friend. He's using you. Shh. That's hateful anti-bat propaganda, and I will have none of it here on Full Force Radio. Shall we play some more music? I have something interesting. Now, for those of you who come and you're just trying to find the good music and you're trying to figure out what's going on and you're not 100% sure what's up, but you're pretty sure you like what Crim's doing, this is going to be an interesting one. I want to play something by a band called 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 and it's brand new. It's the newest single. Now, this is a band that has come out of... So cute, my little bat friend. I should make it bigger. Should I make the bat bigger on the overlay? I mean, maybe, is he not big enough? Are you guys are you not entertained? Here, hang on. Let's just, See? Now we're really friends. Look at him. This is my buddy. This is my little bat friend. You see, he can even get tangled in my hair. All right, so I want to play 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 𝖲𝖊𝖆 because this is a band out of Finland. And this is a band that, you know, for the longest time just disappeared off the face of the earth. And they were making like true black metal, like cult black metal, like the wailing and screeching and gnashing of teeth. It was excellent, like terrible. It's a little Pokemon. I should catch him. He's so cute. Oh, look at him. Bat friend. I don't care what you guys say. This is my friend. So in any case, I want to play this track because A, it's brand new metal and I want to play it for you. B, it's a bit of a divergence from the rest of their discography, but it's so good. It has all of the elements of really good black metal, but it pulls in a lot of the fun that comes with like melodeath and actually has some of the aspects of folk. And there's a lot going on in this track that I really, really like. So we'll see what you guys think. Because if you were a fan of black metal in the 90s, and, you know, you hung through all of the darkest, bleakest, most evil and disgusting black metal of the 90s, this is kind of an evolution on that. And it's a step away from what they were doing and you know, a step in a more refined direction. So we'll see what you guys think. This is a brand new release. And I think it's fucking gorgeous. So it's called 𝖭𝖫𝖫 and Midnight Sun. And, you know, it's a really loose fit into tonight's playlist. It's brand new metal that has the feeling that I want for the playlist. And the idea of the midnight sun for a adorable little hibernating friend is kind of a little bit romantic as well. You know, if you have to sleep for 6 months, fuck it, put the lights out. Now, I'm not trying to play into the whole bats are vampires mythos, but we're going to get there. We're already halfway through the show. I have so much metal to play for you guys. So I know a lot of you guys come for the chat. I try and balance it. I want it to be fun for you. I want you to listen, headbang along, you know, we'll talk about dumb shit like what kind of bat would you be? And hopefully we'll meet somewhere in the middle for Fullforce radio. This is sick. I hope you guys like it. 𝖭𝖫𝖫 and Midnight Sun by a band called 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 𝖲𝖊𝖆𝖆. YES. There you go. So not what you would think of when you think of traditional black metal, but some of the great elements there. And there's something so incredibly beautiful and uncomfortable and spooky. And it kind of just, you know, maybe it's the cover artwork there, but it's basically some like old crone hag witch, like, you know, stopping the men from going out into the field. And it makes me think, and there's actually, if you look, there's like birds and bats on the cover and everything. Let me flip back here. Like, I mean, you look at that and you're like, that's spooky witch metal. That's spoopy metal. And I love it. It's so good. I'm really excited to hear more from these guys. So, brand new music. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Ron is threatening to fire me because it is bat metal night. And what I mean by that is there's a bat that's hibernating on the side of my house. And so like any sane live or radio personality, I went out of my way to write him a love letter playlist. You know how you make mixtapes for your crushes back in the day? I made a mixtape for the bat that's hanging off the side of my house. Judge me as you will. What can I say? He's fucking cute and I want him to stay. So I'm going to lure him in with the sweet sounds of black metal and beyond. So, listen, we're halfway through the show. I got a lot more music for you guys. I see people are hopping in everywhere, and I'm so excited to have you. Thanks for hanging out tonight, and I hope you have a lot of fun and you discover some songs you like. So we've already kind of powered through, like, a whole chunk. I'm trying to get turned into a vampire. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't be mad at it, you know? Wouldn't be mad at it. But I have so much music, and we're not going to get through all of it. We're probably going to have to go long tonight again, and that wasn't part of the plan. But hell, we'll have to do it because I don't want to cut any music. And so I wanted to tell you guys about something else. I was mentioning earlier that, you know, the idea of something like a cheap, tiny Patreon or some sort of system that, you know, if you want to support the show, then what do you get other than this live show that I already give to you for free and I will continue to give to you for free? You know, for those of you who are asking, how do I create something that seems valuable to you? I don't know. But one of the ideas is doing a deep dive, you know, once a month, doing a deep dive on all the topics from the shows and creating sort of a fun actual video on it. Not 100% sure, but if that sounds like something you guys might be interested in, let me know. I am trying to escape the clutches of the big bad record industry, you know, video, audio, radio censorship. Because the reality is most of the bands that I've talked to, including this one, are completely fine. Completely fucking fine with me playing this music for you. But the reality is we gotta get creative. And one of the creative things that I wanted to tell you guys about bats, because we're in a bat mood. What can I say? There was a researcher, and I want to say it was in Panama, but let's quickly do a check before I shoot off my mouth. It was in let's get the link. It was yes, in Panama. There were researchers with the Smithsonian, and the researchers started playing heavy metal music to bats. I'm not even making this up. So this researcher went out of her way to play black metal for bats. And it turns out that some of the extreme sounds in black metal were similar to the call that a bat listens for and echolocates in its prey in Panama, which is apparently a fucking, I don't know, apparently some kind of weird ass frog. Well, this frog sounds like black metal. This researcher went out of her way to play black metal for bats, and the bats started coming back to her. So every time she would play the black metal, they would associate it with food and they would return to her. She would release the bats into the wild, and then she would play black metal and they would come back to her. Now, listen, I'm not saying that would be fucking amazing, but I'm pretty sure most metal people would be like, yeah, every time I play my music, a cloud of like homing bats came back to me. Come on. How spectacular would that be? Yeah. Okay. Metal frog is metal. Metal bats are metal. Like, I want to make my full transition into like metal goddess of doom. I want to walk out of the house, pop on my headphones, and have the bats, you know, surround me. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. So this is the thing that happened. And there's actually some video that is even shared there where this scientist uses heavy metal to lure this bat to come back to eat at her feeder. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So you can actually see that. Heavy metal to train wild bats in Panama. Because why not? Absolutely. Hey, take the ride. Welcome. Thanks, man. Come hang out with us tonight. I am playing bat-inspired heavy metal. Does that sound stupid? Yes. Do I care? No. Is it fun? Fuck yeah. Is it good music? Yes. I don't care what you think. It is. So, little bat friend is here. Darsko's here. Everybody's here. Let us continue. So, I know that Jason's here, and sometimes I gotta try and keep Jason... Oh, no, he's not. He left again. I was gonna say, some of you guys really enjoy thrash metal, and you really enjoy sort of like old school speed metal. And one of the bands that I try to get into your ears more often than I actually am successful with is a band called Death Angel. So, I mean, Death Angel, they do some really fun... and they're well known for doing sort of thrash, speed, death metal. Like, they're kind of ridiculous. And they're actually touring right now with Testament and Exodus. So this is good, fun, fast, loud, unapologetic heavy metal. And I plopped it into tonight's playlist because we need some Death Angel. And like I said, I don't want to spread negative bat propaganda, but one of the things we think of when we think about bats, and especially like metal bat imagery, is the vampire bat, right? Blood-sucking, flying, evil kind of animals, which he's not. He's precious. He eats bugs. He's my friend. But we need to get some stuff in playlists. So, my little bat is hibernating. If you were a bat and you were asleep, what are you dreaming about? I am going to play you a track called The Dream Calls for Blood. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. Heavy metal, hard rock, and sass, and adorable bats!
My dreams are paid with patience, persistent and aware.
Angel, the dream. Ah! Thank you, Batwoman. This might be the best day of my life. I literally was just talking about playing some fun, unapologetic metal, all about bats, inspired by the bat hanging off the side of my house, and Batwoman TV literally just rocked up. I played the metal. I talked about how a researcher in Panama played the metal, and the bats came, and boom! There's Batwoman. That's so fucking exciting. So give her a follow if you like cool fucking bat ladies, because I don't have any words. This is absolutely spectacular. This is basically the best night of my life. I played the metal and the bat came. How can we go wrong? We can't. We cannot possibly go wrong. I mean, honestly.
An evil bat nestled somewhere in 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖘 crimson demon. No warnings. No signs. Judgment Day and the metal vampire arrives eventually. They all commit crimes.
Holy! Forget the snoo Creole. What up? An evil bat nestled somewhere in time. A crimson demon. No warnings. No signs. Judgment Day and then a metal vampire arrives. Eventually, they all commit crimes. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. Super thank you. And we're having a lot of fun. We're playing heavy metal and hard rock, except it is a love letter to the bat that is currently hanging on the side of my house. He's not very metal. He's about 1 inch tall. He looks like a kiwi. Apparently he's going to do absolutely nothing for the better part of a month. He's going to wake up, piss on my house, and then go back to sleep. So, high five! I wrote him a love letter, and the love letter is metal music. This is Fullforce Radio. My name is Crimsonclad, and every week at this time of night, I do live radio. I hopefully will find some music you like. I'll look like a big idiot and we'll have a lot of fun. Julia is photoshopping my face on an upside down bat. It is magical. Gabriel, you are here. You know what? I was just thinking about you before this because I played a new track by a band called 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 𝖵𝖕. And for those of you who are fans of bands like Windeer, which I know you are, they are a perfect fit. So you're going to have to check out the repeat of tonight's playlist. Now, I have so much music to play for you guys, and I was thinking of playing a track by 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖆. I haven't played 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖆 in a long time, and so I know a lot of you guys are waiting for me to talk more shit and tell you more about how bats will come to you in the night if you play heavy metal. But I do want to play you so much music. And you know, you guys know very much. Did you miss Death Clock? No, you didn't. Good man. I had it with you in mind, so don't worry. It's upcoming. We're going to talk a little bit about it. You guys know that I love Finnish metal, and more importantly, I love Finnish death metal. What can I say? I love bats you'd like to fuck? Is that what a BILF is? Don't touch my bat. Let's not get too freaky, unless you're talking about Batwoman, in which case maybe she is receptive because she seems like a babe, but that's her choice. Up to her. BILFs all around. I don't know, man. There's just so many things going on in this chat right now. So 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖆 is extreme metal, death metal out of Finland. It's the kind of stuff that I love, and I haven't had a chance to play a lot of 𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖆 on the show for you guys. So I was thinking about what else can I fit in tonight's show, and you know, what kind of music from these guys can I fit? And I thought, okay, one of their most recent albums is called 𝖊𝖆𝖆, and they write a lot of songs about the, I think it's called the 𝖊𝖊𝖆𝖆. It is basically the Finnish national epic. Bats you'd like to friend. Yes, exactly. but they write a lot of songs about Finland's national epic poem. Hey, deranged visions, another spooky friend. And Take the Ride is listening to metal while working on the truck. All right, what up? Okay, I hope you have no bats in your truck. You know, maybe give it a thump. Isn't that a thing that happens in the winter? It's like cats, rats, bats, squirrels climb up into trucks. And then, you know, I'm not saying it's really metal, but it's at least a little bit metal where you turn on your truck and just shred an animal. I'm an animal lover, you know, me and the bat here. So thump your truck, friends. Hey, deranged visions. So let's play this track by 𝖊𝖆𝖆 because I wanted to play something. This is one of my favorite albums by them. And I know you're not supposed to like the newest album from a band, but I like their whole discography. And so I want to play a track off Paulo. And I want to play you a track. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's a bad bat pun. It's not about bats. It's not about dreaming. It's not about the night. It's not about any of the things that I said tonight's playlist was about. It's a bad bat pun. Okay? Just get it out of your... Just get it out of your system now. I'm going to play it for you guys. It's fucking sick. It's a fantastic track by a band called 𝖊𝖆𝖆. Extreme metal out of Finland. The track is called... Waiting in the Wings. I'm so sorry. I'll play the music now. Ah! Yes, Kalma, an extreme metal band from Finland. Because, of course, absolutely. I'm not saying that I am predictable, but I'm a little bit unpredictable. I ran out like a crazy person. I picked up my pizza because, of course, on nights where I'm doing full force radio, when I do live radio with you guys, toppings. Well, I have two different ones. This one is banana peppers, hot capicola sausage, and pepperoni, which is fucking delicious. And then the one underneath is actually just a little bit more classic. It's kind of boring. I'm gonna grab it for you. I'll show you. This one is bacon and sun-dried tomato chunks, and onion. Fucking delicious. Hell yeah. Listen, some of us are just storing up fat to hibernate. I remember how I said I just want to hibernate and then I'll wake up skinny or whatever. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm relatively healthy, but at the end of the day, I'm carrying around some pretty large bags of fat and I need to feed them, okay? So just deal with it. Pizza. No, interestingly enough, I wanted to know what Creo thought, not about the pizza. I wanted to know what you thought about that band, Creo, because I know you are not a particularly, you're not particularly a giant fan of Children of Bodom, and that is one of those bands that has... Jillian is photoshopping me on all sorts of bats, and these are spectacular, and they are all going to be shared because they're terrifying. These little bat ears, they're so ridiculous. I love it. I've never looked so attractive. So we are playing we're playing bat metal, and we're having a lot of fun, and all the songs are inspired by the little bat that's hanging on the side of my house. You guys are... Did I just shake my boobs at you? Yes, I did. I mean, it wasn't a full shake. It was a gentle not shake. It was a, it was a whole thing. Just shh, accept it. Understand. This is what pizza hath wrought. So that's a great band called Kalma. And if you are a fan of sort of fast extreme metal, they are great. Lots of fast synths, and yes, that kind of like high pitched, not clean vocal singing style that some people really don't like. But I'm a big fan. So hopefully you guys like that. That album is excellent. Check it out if you like that track. There are some really good songs on there. And like I said, nothing to do with tonight's playlist. Not about bats. Not particularly anything, but a metal bat pun waiting in the wings. Listen, if you're going to hang out on the side of the house and you're going to be hibernating until spring and you have wings, that's what you're doing. I shouldn't have to explain this to you. It's a good fit for tonight's playlist. Okay, so we've been talking about all sorts of stuff tonight. I've been talking with you guys about how the replays, depending on which place you watch them, I'm getting lots of takedowns. I'm getting lots of, it's been tricky because doing live radio, most of the time the artists support it, but the algorithms that are set up by the labels often take replays down. Now, for most of you, what you're here for is the live experience. Many of you are going to tune in every Thursday night, or Friday morning, depending on where you are. Listen, I don't care if you're upside down. I still love you. But so the idea is I'm going to play great music. I'm going to stuff it in your ears with extreme force, and we're going to talk about shit. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I put together a new playlist every single week. So, tonight, bats. And we're doing our thing. So, you're the right way up and it's still morning. Perfect. Okay. Well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play something a little slower now. And I've been wanting to play something by Sleep Token. Just play nothing but Maiden and you won't get striked. Here's the deal, Clay. Actually, Maiden is one of the things that gets me striked more than anything else, to be quite honest. And so I'm constantly trimming, cutting. Videos are getting taken down. They're permanently down. They're sometimes back up. They're not all the time back up. But yes, Maiden, Motorhead, and last week's Slipknot are some of the absolute worst ones. So... yeah, you're exactly right. It's really tricky, and in a lot of cases, the artists don't actually even care. And in a lot of cases, there's no human oversight when it comes to the way that a YouTube video works. So I get content claims all the time. No big deal. I don't even have to take down the video because I'm not monetizing these videos. That's not my job. I'm making radio. And I just want you guys, if you miss it, to be able to watch it again afterwards. Well, here is the deal. I'm not monetizing, but the algorithm immediately slaps me with a content claim. So if I were to monetize, YouTube would take the money away. Fine. Who cares? But certain songs by certain litigious labels, immediate takedown. And when that happens, I have to trim that content out of a song. Trim the content out of the video. The problem is, when I do that, sometimes more content claims get triggered after I edit the video. YouTube will only let you trim the video once, and you have to do it through their interface to release the claim. What does that mean? Sometimes I will fix the video according the way YouTube wants it fixed, and that will lock it and delete it forever and get me a copyright strike. So, trying to work my way around it, it looks like from now on, replays will actually cut the entire track out. Sorry. Gotta be here live, but of course you can watch on any of the other platforms, including Twitch or Vim. You can catch everything on my website at fullforce.rocks, or you can go to Spotify and you can pick up all the music and then go to Bandcamp or wherever. Get the music you like, build the playlist you want, have a lot of fun, listen to good music, hang out with me for Full Force. Good? Good. More bats. Hey, Dracos! So let's continue on. I want to play something by a band called Sleep Token. They literally just put out a new album called This Place Will Be Your Tomb. Now, I haven't played a lot of Sleep Token on this show because it is a little bit slower. It's a little more atmospheric and it's a little more experimental. Over the time that they have existed, they have kind of experimented with their sound, and they create really incredible, beautiful, heavy music. Sleep Token, when's the airdrop? Take the Ride says, hell yeah, got the truck fixed and no bats. Perfect. Yes, I'm glad to be your soundtrack. So I'm going to play something off of This Place Will Be Your Tomb. It's a beautiful, sort of slower track that kind of reminds me of sort of the whole attitude around this beautiful, peaceful, happy little bat hanging on the side of my house. The track is called Hypnosis, and like I said, it's basically brand new Sleep Token. It's really, really good. We'll see what you guys think. We'll come back, and then I only have like an hour's worth of songs to fit into half an hour. Looks like we're going to be over time tonight, but that's okay because it is bat metal, holy homing bats. I'm not sure what we're going to call the episode, but I like to think that I have been blessed by the spook. Here you go. Hypnosis. My name is Crimsonclad, and this is Full. How's that for getting a little bit of spooky in here? Yes, that is a keeper. That is a brand new track by a band called Sleep Token. Fuck yeah! It's a great track. Now, Sleep Token is a really interesting band because they're actually another one of those sort of masked, anonymous collectives. And they make music, and they don't really want you to know who they are. They want you to listen to the music, and the music is spooky and dark. And, I mean, they can be described as a lot of different things. Post-metal, progressive metal, a little bit electronic. They have some ambient sounds mixed in. And a lot of their music actually, I played a specific track. I played Bloodsport for you before, and it was one of those things where, you know, the piano is so haunting and beautiful and upbeat, and then there's something about it that's just jarring and dissonant enough that you're like, I am pleasantly scaroused. Because, of course, on this show we talk about that a lot. Little bit excited, little bit terrified, appropriately scaroused. You know what's up. So yeah, Ron, I was just making fun of you because I was saying there's a change, a really abrupt tempo change in that song, and there's a jang jang jang, a very genty sort of quick key change in there. But this album is spectacular, and I highly recommend you check it out. It's brand new. It's called This Place Will Be Your Tomb. Now, I'm not necessarily saying I'm talking about right here, right now, but if you die with me here tonight in a, like, pleasant, lovely way, not in a please don't actually die and never come back, but if you just want to haunt my chat forever, I would accept. I make Full Force Radio. I make spooky tunes, heavy metal, hard rock, and sass, and I love having you guys here. So I hope you are enjoying the bat-inspired playlist. And from here on out, I do have a lot of sort of doomy stuff going on the playlist. I do. So we're going to do that. And it's quite funny because in there, we had a fabulous new follow from somebody. I'm going to destroy your name. Where did you go? 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆. Thanks for following in there. I didn't get a chance to shout you out, but I want to. And of course, people are laughing because they're sending me texts and then watching me check them on the stream. So thank you. This is a fabulous picture. One of the texts is a beautiful cat. Your cat is adorable. Also, look at you rocking the Fully desk. Not that I'm looking directly at your, stuff without doxing you because your number's not on the screen. But look, the cat listening to Full Force Radio. Aw, you guys are great. That's a good night. Pizza, bats, cats, Photoshop. Hot Batwoman. Lots of cool things happening tonight. So somewhere in the chat, I did see that you guys were talking a little bit about Batman nipple stickers. I'm not 1,000% sure where that came from. I'm not mad at it. They probably exist, whether it's Batman that has the stickers on his nipples or if it's nipple stickers in the shape of the bat signal. I mean, they both work on different levels and they probably both exist. So I want to play you something by a band called 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖘𝔕. 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖘𝔕. And that is one of my absolute favorite Canadian depressive metal bands. And I'm going to play you something off a really early album, an album from like 2012, I think. But the long and the short of it is they were a band out of Toronto, and they formed at like early 2000s, and they write these incredibly beautiful, spooky, quiet, depressing, slightly angry tracks about Canada, about living in Canada, about how it's cold, about how, the winter of the soul is even worse than, the winter of the Great White North. And they write the absolute best songs. I love everything they've done. And I've definitely tried to play them on the show for you, but I don't always get to fit them in perfectly. So I'm really excited to put this in here, and I'm going to play you a song by them called Finality. Now, this track, in a lot of ways, there was some finality to the whole career of 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖆𝖆 because one of the members actually passed away, and it was decided no more music would be made after that. And so, the final album that came out is a masterpiece, but I'm going to play you this one called Finality because there's something really beautiful and, a small part of me wonders. Here in the woods, as it were, this little bat has decided to hibernate for the winter, and, a small part of me wonders, will he wake up again? This is a big undertaking for these little guys. They slow their body, their heart rate down, their temperature drops. They literally get as close to dead as possible. And so the idea that they only wake up once a month, what if they don't? What if there's a finality to this? The idea of giving in to winter and quietly falling asleep and never waking up again. That is a recurring theme in metal, that finality of losing yourself to the winter and to the snow and to the cold and to the despair. So I am hoping that this is not it for my little bat friend, but I wanted to fit this track into tonight's playlist. So we're going to do a couple more doomy tracks, and then we will power up through some stronger, heavier metal, and we're going to go overtime. I'm going to eat the pizza. We're going to be so excited about my bat friend. You guys are going to hang out. We're going to do live radio here. It's Full Force. Listen, I don't want the bat to die. Let's all send him the most pleasant, happy, warm, spoopy thoughts. But listen to this track and get depressed, because it's fucking awesome. You can do both. You're a complex being.
choice was mine to long for a time that will never come. Though we leave the world apart, I still went peacefully, quietly, with you still firmly in my heart. And I will wait forever. I wait.
There's a long outro to this track. So here's the deal. Now, that was mostly piano, and I really did want to play that song. I've wanted to play it for a long time. It's a little depressing, but at the same time, sometimes that's what we listen to music for. Where are the dogs? They are downstairs. They're not interested in coming up here. I tried. Didn't want to come up. And I'm not going to force them. But there is something so beautiful about the idea of, yeah, you know, whether you like it or not, you don't always get to leave the world with the person that you think you're going to leave with. So for those of you who are like, I know this band, this sounds familiar, what is a song that I have played for you? Maybe you will remember the iconic lyrics, life is just pain and piss. It's nothing that I won't miss. Yeah, 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆. That is one of the songs that you probably remember best from 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆. Yeah? Here you go. Wait. Life is just pain and mess, and everything is a scam. So I've played that track on the show a number of times and a bunch of their discography. But tonight I wanted to kind of bring us down for a second, get us into the hibernation kind of mood, the sad winter kind of mood. So let's jump back to tonight's proper playlist. And yeah, we're going overtime. We're going overtime. We're playing music for the bats. You only want to see the dogs. Well, the dogs aren't here tonight. I'm sorry. It's me and the bat. Me and my bat buddy. Playing some great music and having a lot of fun. So let us continue. Let us grab some more music. Now, I did promise we would head down into Doom territory. And like I said, Woods of Ypres, if you want to say it French, Ypres, is one of those bands that writes some of the most best depressing metal out there. But, of course, I did promise you guys that I was going to play some Solstafir. Now, one of the albums that I really, really like is called 𝖱𝖐. And almost every Solstafir track is about being cold and dying. Falling asleep in the snow and dying, you know, getting lost in the woods and dying, going out on the beach and dying, swept away by a wave and dying. Listen, I'm not saying Iceland is kind of depressing, but in a beautiful, haunting, empty, dangerous sort of way, Iceland is depressing. So, in the case of playing the shirt band in the playlist, I wanted to keep a little bit more doom in the playlist. So Solstafir does this great mix of like alternative rock and sort of doom, not quite funeral doom, but doom metal. And I want to play something off this 𝖱𝖐 album because in the middle of the album, there is this description of the most beautiful and haunting and terrible times of day in Iceland. So a song about the third hour in the middle of the night, which is a song I'm going to play for you guys. A song about midday and a song about sunset. So there's this whole sort of trilogy of songs on this album. But the one that I'm going to play for you is about this hour of night where everything is dark and cold, and despite your best efforts, that will kind of drag you in, and it will be the death of you. So, I know this ain't Saturday, but the Brave ads link to join.hive.blue. .blue is just, it happens to be one of our, hive.blue is like guilty parties and a number of our extensions for, like decentralized ownership of Hive stuff. So, things like, you know, a Mattermost chat and a lot of landing pages and things like that happen to be at the .blue extension because that's a community controlled extension. So, there you go. All right, so, yes. Did you go to the Rogue Wave Beach because you wanted to have a near-death experience for every Solstafir song? Yes, and if you remember, I wrote an article and I shared some photos from this beach about these rogue waves that would sneak up out of the darkness and snatch you and drag you off into the ocean, and people die in Iceland because of these sneaker waves. That beach is actually clearly the alerts are not properly firing on this screen. Why? I don't know, but thanks for following, Percy. Hello. Oh, it was a wave. I have the waves turned off. It's not because I don't love you. It's because I'm a douchebag. All right, so let us continue. That's why I was trying to figure out why I couldn't see them. But yes, sorry, Percy. I'm going to play you this particular album, and it is literally, the picture on the beach is right where I was taking my pictures. It hits me right in the feels. Hey, Bolos, good to see you. So I'm going to play this track. I'm going to grab the translation from Icelandic. It's a perfect fit for 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖘, and then we got to get moving because I have so many tracks and we're not going to get to play all of them, and that's sad. So god damn it, let's continue. Let me put some more music in your ears. So I'm going to call you Percy. Maybe you're not PRCY, but you're Percy now, friend. Hop on in, listen to some music, hang out with the chat. This is Fullforce Radio. The song is called 𝖍𝖕𝖆𝖆. That sounds stupid, but that's how the Google Translate read it out to me. 𝖍𝖕𝖆𝖆? I don't know. Whatever. It's Solstice. It's good shit on Fullforce Radio. There you go. Track about the third hour of the night in Iceland. And if you're in the Discord, I actually shared my picture from that same beach where that cover art is from. Absolutely beautiful. And I shared the lyrics, but they kind of fit in with the idea of what it means to me, anyhow, of deciding to go to sleep forever, which obviously that's not 100% what hibernation is, but we got to make it metal and we got to make it fit Full Force Radio. The world is shrouded in darkness tonight, and we're all gone one by one in the dark tonight. Blowing the winds of the past into the gray sky, carry me tonight. They sing our mortal names one by one into the sky tonight. The short-lived sun is gone. In memory lives clear. We sadly drink your toast tonight. But in the end, we all got home. May not all be at once. May not all be tonight. The night covers and death takes. The night proclaims deadly snow. But the sun rises. The nuance of life. Our journey will soon end and we'll be on our way home. We'll come to you later, but it may not be tonight. So there's some positivity there as well. Beautiful track. Basically, Oz was just asking, I am going longer. So for those of you who aren't in the Discord, I'm going overtime. So yeah, the reality is, for those of you who are leaving like Creo, yeah, what can I say? Anarchist dogs do what they want. Ain't that the truth? That's me. So Oz was just asking, are they all depressed because of lack of sunlight? No, they actually in the summer get a ton of sunlight, too much sunlight. They're not depressed people at all. I loved them. They were some of the kindest people I've ever met. And I had a lot of fun. And I got to meet a lot of them, and it was really cool. I think basically the way to put it is that it is cold. The people are incredibly spread out, and there is an understanding that death is a constant in a land where you often are fending for yourself, or you're living off the land, or in a winter that is so dark and so cold, you have to spend as much time as you can living. And so one of the things that I thought was really cool, actually, is that people from Iceland are kind of like people from Finland. They're so good at everything, because in the winter they have nothing but time on their hands. They're the world's best power lifters. They make some of the best music. They are artists, because you get locked in your house and the snow snows you in, and you basically spend time with your immediate community trying not to go insane. Fabulous people. Thoughts about the metal version of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher? Yeah, we actually mentioned Matt 𝖍𝖕 earlier tonight, and I've played probably 3 or 4 different versions on this show. And of course, then there's the Crimsonclad version of Toss a Vote to Your Witness. Let's never speak of it again. Okay, so listen, we're definitely going to have to trim some stuff off tonight's playlist, but we are going to go a little bit long because I have so much great bat tracks. Now, that was a bunch of slow stuff, but we are going to pick up, and I want to play you the entire inspiration for tonight's playlist. Arguably one of my favorite bands of all time, heading back to Finland, because metalhead for everybody, of course. I'm going to play you a track called While We Sleep by Insomnium. I have played you this track before. I will play it again. You will probably hear it until you die. As long as I'm still around, I'll still be playing it. It's off one of my favorite albums of all time, Shadows of a Dying Sun. This is classic Finnish metalhead. It is arguably one of my favorite songs on my favorite albums by my favorite bands. And as soon as I realized, okay, let's put together a playlist for this little hibernating love of my life, tiny adorable bat, I knew I had to play this song. It's very me. This is a Crim song. And we're going to pick it back up. I'm definitely going to have to trim some stuff off tonight's playlist, but I hope you're having fun. I hope you're finding music you like. I hope that you are going full force wherever you are. So, yes, a band called Insomnium singing about sleeping. What up? You got that's the joke. Here you go. This track is fucking stunning, and you should turn it right the fuck up. It's Full Force Radio. Oh, my Lanta, my phone's going again. All right. So, hey. Hi, Sepson. I'm glad to see you. Everybody's coming in. I'm going overtime. I'm not supposed to be doing this right now, and I'm trying to avoid going back to a 3-hour show until I'm ready to, but here we are 2 weeks in a row going overtime. My playlist tonight is dedicated to the cute little brown bat hiding on the side of my house. He's dropped into hibernation. I don't know how long he is going to bless me, but I have been blessed with the spook. We've been talking about bats and dumb stuff like that. And hey, 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆, I have been playing a ton of bat-inspired playlists for you tonight. The entire playlist is a love letter to a little fucking bat on the side of my house. And, yeah. I'm doing my best. Honestly, I'm doing my best. It's tough. I mean, some nights I'm working so much that it's like, I barely make it home. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. And I'm chewing food and I'm a disaster and I can barely pull crowds in Discord anymore, but who cares? Some people come to the show and you're happy, and that's all I can hope for. So here's the deal. I had a ton more tracks, and I am going to cut some off because we will go forever, and I don't want it to be forever. So here's the deal. I am going to play you a track. It's one of my sort of favorite older albums, and this is one of those things, the Fullforce radio mug. It's pretty excellent. You were the first one to ask for a mug with my face on it, so I had to work around that particular problem. How are you going to name this little bat friend? I don't know. I never really thought about giving him a name. I got to think about it. I don't know. I just call him Little Bat. Little Bat. I say hi to him every morning. I say bye to him in the night. I check out my window to make sure he's still there. I'm going to do this for a minimum of a month until he leaves, but hopefully he will stay. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to play you something off an album that I first heard when I was first exploring outside of just sort of epic metal. And it's from an album released in 2004 or so. But it has this feeling of 1990s metal. It's not Alestorm. It is a band called 𝖭𝑍𝐻. Now, I try to play stuff off this album because it's one of my favorite early albums, and it's so fucked up. They came out of the Bay Area in the early 80s, and so that was like the hotbed of speed metal and hey there. They came out of the same time as like all of the big four and, Metallica and Exodus and all these bands in the Bay Area that were making speed and thrash metal, and they just never really took off. But I love them, and they make this really sort of epic fantasy power speed thrash, and I've played some of their songs for you before. And one of them being Drink the Blood of the Priest. And, they're just this kind of like schlock horror speed power, and any excuse to play them is one I will take. So I'm going to play a gem off this album, just an absolute gem. Now, they had an album in 1988 called Black Death that's really fun, but I'm going to play something off Defender of the Crown. And it is called Time of the Dark. So that's how it fits into Hibernating Bat playlist tonight. But this track is just like one sick solo, and it's just this gem on this cheesy old album that I have so much nostalgia for, that I love so, so much. So, of course, I want to share it with you guys. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to cut out a lot of stuff. We are going to do the Death Clock because Gabriel doesn't remember who Death Clock is, and we have to talk a little bit about bat metal. I do want to do some 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 and Sylosis, maybe Iron Maiden if we can fit it all in. We'll see how we're doing for time. My name is Crimsonclad, and my whole playlist tonight has been a love letter to a tiny little 1-inch long fuzzy bat on the side of my house. Is it stupid? Yes. Do I care? Fuck no. Let's do it. It's Fullforce Radio, The Time of the Dark by 𝖭𝑍𝐻. Fuck yeah. How amazing is that band? Holy shit. So yes, I love 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆. I love like sort of thrash kind of, what was that? That was my browser source instead of my webcam. So I didn't have anything on the browser, so it was not showing you anything. So hey, I'm Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. We're in overtime right now on a bat-inspired playlist. A love letter to the bat hanging outside my front door. It's all heavy metal. It's all silly. 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆. Speed metal from the Bay Area. They never really took off the same way other bands of that time and of that. Hey, Groff! Yes! Hey, man, I was missing you. Good to see you. So, here's the deal. That track is an absolute gem. Now, I mean, if you go to 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆 on, like, Spotify, let's go take a look. There are, what? Let's take a boo here. Go, Spotify. Yeah, they have like 25,000 monthly listeners. That's pretty good. But they are spectacular. Their whole discography is good. And like once a month, I just listen to their discography start to finish. So yeah, they have some great shit. They're super fun. They're super cheesy. They are delightful. And I just was looking for an excuse to cram them into tonight's playlist. So, welcome to the stream. I do live radio. It's heavy metal, hard rock, and sass. And tonight we're in overtime, so we're officially off the clock, but we're still playing music. We're still hanging out. Cute Aussie bats. Oh my God, look at them all. Everything is so cute. I want to be a bat. But I've got more music. Now, I'm definitely going to have to trim some stuff off the playlist. It is just how it is, as per usual, and no sass out of the peanut gallery. I have chosen too much music for the night. But that's okay. So I am indeed going to trim out. I have some ensiferum. I'm going to save that for later. Oh, it's your second time here. Glad to have you, my dear. Thank you. So I am going to trim out the ensiferum. Now, I'm also going to trim out another band, but for those of you who were here when we were talking earlier, and specifically Viking Adventure and I'm your favorite channel, that's so sweet. Thank you. Hooray! I was talking with Viking Adventure and Corbin. We're talking specifically about, I knew Groff was going to throw me some fucking shade. It's fine. It's fine. Talking specifically about heathen metal and talking a little bit about sort of some of the anti-Christianity themes in heathen and pagan and Viking metal and some of the pushback against this sort of wave of overwhelming religion that ended up wiping out a lot of sort of the tradition and mythology of some of these areas in Europe. And so, you know, we were talking a little bit about Rotting Christ and other bands like that, black metal bands and folk metal bands. And so, yeah, there's all sorts of crazy things happening on YouTube, I know. So the band that I was going to play in here tonight was a song called 𝖍𝖐𝖆, which means rain. And I'm going to put this on the back burner, but I'm throwing it out there just for Corbin, if he's still listening, and whoever else, that if you are a fan of bands like Rotting Christ or, you know, 𝖬𝖐 or, you know, bands like 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 or these sort of slightly Viking-esque, chanty, dark metal. This band is called Helheim, and they are spectacular. It's an 8-minute long song. You know what? Should we do it? Maybe we should do it. Let's do it. I wasn't going to do it. It's not... No, you're not in the wrong room. I wasn't going to do it, but let's do it. And this is off one of the more recent albums. They've just started releasing new singles, so a new album is coming. But this was released in 2019. Helheim tend to release a solid fucking album every 2 years like clockwork. Every 2 years, more bats, absolutely. So, here's the deal. I'm gonna play this, but yes, every 2 years, like clockwork, 2017, 2015, 2017, 2019, and now releases in 2021. It's fantastic stuff. It's very interesting, and it's all in Norwegian. It is specifically written around Norse mythology, and like I said, that many bands from Finland write about Finland's national epic poem. So too do Helheim. They write a lot of lyrics about Norway's national epic poem. How come we don't have a national epic? How come every country doesn't have a poem? I think Clay's poem about me should be the national poem of Canada. I mean, that maybe sounds a little cocky, but you know, that's what I think. Hey, Castleberry, that's so cool. I haven't seen you in ages. I played Rotting Christ already, but dude, it's so good to see you. Last time we talked in person was at Hive Fest, so I'm stoked to have you. Okay, so here's the deal. They started off in Bergen in Norway, where the heart of death metal, everybody's going, yeah, just play the fucking song. They started off with that sort of idea of old Norse black metal, and they've evolved, and these newest songs are so good. But I'm going to play you an almost 8-minute long track. The name of it roughly translates to rain. So why did I put it on tonight's playlist? Because the start of the hibernation season for these little bats, I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia. It is not very cold here. We don't get a lot of snow. We don't get a lot of ice. We don't get a lot of chill. But these little bats, when the weather turns and there's a sharp downtrend in temperature, these little bats decide it is time to hibernate. So this adorable little friend picked my house, and the day that the temperature turned this week was this pouring, cold, bone-chilling rain. And there's something beautiful and haunting about it that just, it's my favorite thing. So I put it on tonight's playlist. Fuck it. Let's do it. So if you are a fan of sort of spooky Viking metal, weird, creepy folk, borderline sort of Viking black metal, this is going to be for you. We'll see what you guys think. It's a little more down tempo. From here, we're going to hit at least 4 more tracks, and then we'll go from there. Yes, all sorts of things running from Amorphous, 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 𝖊𝖕, and Iron Maiden. But first, Helheim. We're not quite at the end of the show yet. I got more music for you on Full Force Radio.
Sveket av verden. Skriket blir stille. Ingen bryr seg i ingen manns land. Tanker er trauste, tomme og blinde. Finner intet i fattig manns sinn. Grufull det regner. Salten i såret, den svir som ild. Tårer fra året, tyr i transen. Krigen er tatt og kaller på død. Sveket av verden, skriket blir stille. Ingen bryr seg i ingen manns land. Tanker er trauste, tomme og blinde. Finner intet i fattig manns sinn.
The shade! The shade of you motherfuckers. The shade is real today. All right, listen. My name is Crimsonclad, and yes, full cron, fucking fantastic. Hello, hello. My name is Crimsonclad, and everybody's fucking throwing shade at me. But, here's the deal. There's a bat on the stream. He's on every fucking picture. He's everywhere, okay? I've explained it 36 times over the course of tonight. So yes, everything on my playlist was inspired by the fact that a tiny little brown bat found my house and decided to hibernate right outside my front door. I get to see him every day. I'm obsessed with him. He's been there for 3 days. I hope he stays for all of October. Bat friend, bat, tiny, cute little bat. Bat. I'm obsessed. So rather than create a totally viable, serious, excellent show for you tonight, I put together all sorts of metal inspired by this little bat. I wrote him a love letter made up of metal. We've done everything from Avenged Sevenfold to Moonspell, Rotting Christ, Sleep Token. We've done all sorts of stuff tonight. I need to finish the show. Calm down. I will not. Yeah. So this is very exciting. And everybody else has bats and I get it. It's not. But I mean, this is a sign. He hath blessed me. My house has been blessed by the spook. I don't care. Nothing can bring my mood down today. So I have put together this whole playlist around like sleep and dreaming and hibernation and, you know, the night and nocturnal, and it's been great fun. Yes, I played something off the new album. I totally agree, Chop Lamb. I hope you had a good time seeing Wraith. I'm so jealous. I hope your week has been excellent. So, we're already over time. I need to shut this fucking show down, but I want to play more music for you. So, I'm cutting a bunch of stuff off the playlist, but I did promise, because Gabe is still listening. Gabe was like, bat metal? What the fuck is bat metal? Now, there was this YouTube creator that put together clips of Deathclock alongside some flash animations of a sexy metal Batman. So, bat metal became a thing, and it became synonymous with the band Deathclock. Now, Deathclock, not actually a real band. The bat's not from Wuhan. I hope not. He's here in Vancouver, and I think he's cute, and I like him. But I'm not going to try and touch him, because we already went over our rabies awareness tonight. Okay? I don't want to have to explain rabies again, because it's just too much needles. So he's just there. He's just cute. I say hi to him. We acknowledge each other, and by acknowledge each other, I mean I acknowledge him and he is asleep. But, shh, let me have this. So, I'm going to play something by Deathclock, which is a band that doesn't exist. Rabies, what's that? That is a disease that rodents can carry that is horrible, and if you do not catch it and treat it immediately, it will kill you. It will kill your pets. It is awful. Very bad. Don't get rabies. I'm sure you know what rabies is, but just in case you don't get it. It's bad. So, Gabe has kind of forgotten. Deathclock is one of the best death metal bands that does not actually exist. Brendan Small is a tremendous musician, and he and a number of other session players created a death metal band for a TV show called 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖆, and it was this cartoon about a death metal band that was so ridiculous and so overtop that every single one of their shows killed a ton of their fans, and fans loved them even more because of it. Brutal. So, the reality is they actually made some really great fucking death metal. 3 albums worth. But the idea here is I do want to put some of this into the playlist tonight, because Brendan Small, after 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖆 was over, Brendan Small ended up leaving, and there was a copyright sort of problem around who owns a band that doesn't exist. These aren't real people. Whose intellectual property is it? And the long and the short of it is we will never get any more Deathclock music. Now, Brendan Small has put out a number of other cool concept albums, including an album about like boobs in space, which I played here on the show. It's great, death-tinged, progressive, excellent. So, I'm gonna play one of the tracks that was used in a Bat Metal short, and I'm going to shoehorn it into tonight's playlist because the track name is actually Sky Hunter. Now, this poor little brown bat, he's only an inch long, he's tiny, he's furry, he's adorable, he's sleeping, but he does hunt all the mosquitoes and nasty bugs around my house. So when he wakes up, he is going to be a sky hunter. That is a very weak seg, but I don't fucking care. It's going in the playlist, and I'm doing that for Gabe in this case. Deathclock, not what you were thinking or hearing. Well, it's what you're hearing right now. Here you go. It's Sky Hunter on Full Force Radio. Yeah! I'm having a moment here because everybody in chat is like, oh, yeah. Okay, so yes, banging tune, fucking sick tune. Like I said, real musicians making real death metal, pretending to be a fake band that doesn't exist for a cartoon about a band being controlled by the Illuminati. It's an excellent cartoon, but that band doesn't exist. So I don't know how you missed this, 𝖍𝖐𝖆, and you don't have to watch TV. You don't. And in fact, it's not on TV anymore. But this band I've played for many, many years on this show. So here's the deal. The band does not exist. It is a made-up band of cartoon characters that have all of the tropes of heavy metal. And all of their songs are fucking absurd. Like, just fucking absurd. So Mermaider is literally about a murdering mermaid underwater. Like, you can't solve a murder underwater. They have such songs as Bloodrocuted, where you get electrocuted. Blood is an energy conductor. It's just like, I am full of blood. All I need is an outlet. This is a legit song. These are legit lyrics. It is fucking hilarious. They have an entire episode where they're sponsored by a coffee company, and so their stage is this giant boiling cauldron cup of coffee, and they get up there and they're just like, oh, would you like some coffee? And the cup spills over and it boils all the flesh off the bones of their fans. Like, it's spectacular, and the music is good. May I suggest to you such classic songs as I Ejaculate Fire or Briefcase Full of Guts. A great song, Castraticon. I mean, we're going to have to do a deep dive on 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖘. We're going to have to. We're going to have to do a deep dive. I feel like I've done it before, but clearly we need to do more. They have an entire song called Go Forth and Die. There's a song called Fan Song, and it's written with the perspective of telling fans how much they hate their fans. They're literally like, you suck, and we can't wait for you to die. Go Forth and Die is about the absolute futility of going to post-secondary. It's literally like, Go Forth and Die is like graduate and then realize that life is over. Go forth and die. It's fine. We're fine. Yes, Death Clock History Stream is clearly gonna have to be a thing. Oh God, I have 2 drinks that I have to do. Oh God, okay. Because I actually owe 𝖍𝖐𝖆 in there for his I Hate YouTube level as well. So I owe one to Fork. Fork you, Fork! Oh. And I'm just gonna yell. I'm just gonna have to yell. I'm just gonna have to continue yelling. Anyways, Death Clock. Where do you find this band? I'm so glad you asked. Hang on here. Let's just drop this in chat. Of course, you can find it on my links, but there you go. Here are the top tracks. These are all excellent. I am going to... Just give me a second. Fuck you guys. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Better Metal Snake. Better Metal Snake. God, these are such good albums. They're so ridiculous. They're a send-up of all the stupidity. The stupidity. Laser Cannon Death Sentence. Oh, man. All right. Now you guys want a level so you get a dedicated drink. I just did 𝖍𝖐𝖆. Give me a second. I need to recover before I do add forks. God, it's hard not calling you by your real name. Okay, so let's continue. Long story short is, if you are looking for the show, go look for Metalocalypse. The idea is, and we will do a deep dive. I promise we're going to do a deep dive episode. It's on my list. But the idea behind the show is they are a death metal band, and their management is actually part of an evil sort of corporation that wants to essentially control the earth, make a lot of money, and kill a lot of people. And they allow Death Clock to be a part of that unwillingly or unwittingly. So it's all about this stupid metal band full of metal tropes. And you can be Adam. Oh, thank you. I will continue to just mess up your name otherwise. Fork. Okay, Adam is good. Okay. It's fine. Adam is fine. There are a couple of Adams, oot and a boot. Okay. We gotta finish. So I do have more music. I do want to play a couple more songs for the bat. Can we do it? I think we can. So we're gonna play Dream. 𝖊𝖆𝖘𝖔𝖉𝖊 literally got you laid one time. That's fantastic. There are just layers to that. Just layers like an onion. I don't know that I want to know them. I kind of like this top level knowledge, and I just, have a drink on you. No more. Just, I want to play 1, 2, 3, 4 more songs. I want to play 4 more songs. 1, I want to play something by a band called 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. 2, I want to play something by one of my favorite, I haven't taken it yet. 2, I want to play something by one of my favorite bands, Amorphous. 3, I want to play something by an incredible band called 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. And 4, we'll finish with Iron Maiden, even though we know Iron Maiden is going to get all of my videos taken down. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay, we'll do it. My bat deserves better. He deserves all the music. Okay, let's do. Let's continue. I know. 9 minutes left. I'm going to go overtime of the 3 hours even. Listen, I love this bat and I want to impress him. Okay? With who and from where the hell is Crim acting with her audience? Everywhere. I'm fucking omniscient. Me and the bat can see everything. I have been blessed with extreme spoop. Okay. Let's continue. Let's do this. This is why no one who listens to metal will actually take me seriously. This show. Okay, Crim's suffering pleases me. I think we're all gonna die when Unleash the Archers rolls through. It's very possible. Okay, so I'm gonna play something by a band called 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. Oh no, Crystal needed her nap. You're allowed to go. I promise. We're gonna kind of power through this. So 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 is one of those bands that is, like, they're named after a track. Do you know what track they're named after? 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. Do you know who came up with that first? 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. If you're thinking of a Dio track, you are correct. So this is a Scandinavian power metal band, and they were named after that Dio song. And so it's quite funny. Yes, Sepson, well done. So in this case, it's quite funny because actually Corbin messaged me this morning and said he was on a power metal kick, and I actually did happen to have this in the playlist tonight, and I thought, all right, well, this is a good time, especially if you're on that kick. Now, 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 have been around for a long time, and their discography spans many, many years. If you go looking back far enough, let's just take a quick peek at what we can find for you guys. If we go back to their discography, oh, that's funny. Going back to like 2002, so 20 years or so worth. But I want to play something from that same time period as that Broke His Helm album. 2000, 2002, 2004. Those were the years where I was really starting to move from power metal into new things. I know, I'm sorry, Viking Adventure. You guys can just go. You do not have to stay. There are replays, and I post all of the playlists, so you can skip all of this and just do this. So these guys are really great, and they do this style of power metal that does feel very late 90s, early 2000s, and you know the time period it's from. And so normally I would play you, this is from an album called The Book of Heavy Metal, and the track that everyone knows 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 for is literally The Book of Heavy Metal. In the Book of Heavy Metal! And it's just like, whoo, ha, whoo. It's another one of those. It's super cheesy power metal. But I'm going to play you another track that's really, really good from this album. And it's called Into the Moonlight. So we're going to do that. We're not playing Book of Heavy Metal. I've already played it for you. And besides, Sepson, you don't get to choose. If you say no too many times, I'm going to play the song just to make you mad. So I'm going to play you the song Into the Moonlight by 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆 because I kind of have this idea that when my little bat does wake up, he's going to wake up in the middle of the night and he's going to flutter off into the darkness under the cover of cloudy moonlight, and it's just a very romanticized thought. So let's do it, and we'll go from there. I dare you. No, I'm going to play the track I want. Fuck you. Fuck you. I play what I want. This isn't even Full Force radio at this time. And this is why people will come to the show and be like, oh no, and leave again. Meh.
All
Yes, so there you go. 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. I know, not everybody loves 𝖍𝖊𝖆, but fuck you, I don't care. So yes, he is so small. For those of you who are in the Discord here, that is Murphy in my front hallway area, or my front kitchen area. And that window is the window the bat is hanging outside of. He's literally only about 1 inch tall. He's a micro bat. This is as big as he's going to get, and he can live up to 30 years old. They routinely make it past a decade old. This little dude, look at him. He's so tiny. That's my house for scale. He's so fucking cute. Literally, they fit in the palm of your hand, and that's how big they get. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Bat Friend. So, hey, people are coming, people are going, lots of people are leaving because it's getting really late. If you're over the pond or you're, on the East Coast, it's getting really late, and I don't normally take the show this long. But Tiny Bat Friend had me so inspired that I could not help it. I put together an entire playlist dedicated to this hibernating bat. Has chat named the bat yet? No, they were giving me good names, but I don't know that I want to name him. I just want to be... He's just Bat Friend. He's just Bat Friend. I open the door in the morning. I'm like, hello, Bat Friend. And then I leave and I'm like, hello, Bat Friend. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to name him. Like, do I have to put my notion of what is an appropriate bat name on him? Like, should I be putting my human gendered, fucking bipedal norms on this bat? If you're not going to eat him, you can name him. Yeah, I guess that's true. We'll see. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just calling him Bat Friend. Oh, Bat Friend. Okay, so listen. We gotta power through these songs. I'm starving. I want to eat the rest of this pizza. I'm exhausted. And yeah, it's true. You saw it. I mean, hell, if you come over, you can see him. He's just right there. Adam knows how big my front door is. So you can picture how big that bat is, right? He's tiny. He's so tiny. Just bath you. Bath you. No. I mean, there's no bad suggestions. Except that one. That's bad and you should feel bad. Let's continue. We have to get through Don't Call Him Grope. Groff with the fucking shade today. You come here to like 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 shows and that's it. You're just here to fucking spank me. Let's play some music. Let's just do that, right? Let's just fucking... play some music, ya bastards. We've got almost no time left. We've got more songs than we need to. I want to play you Amorphous, and I want to play you one of the best sing-along Amorphous songs. You love 𝖊𝖕𝖆. I hate you guys. 𝖊𝖕𝖆. So bad. That's a bad name. It's a bad name and you're all terrible. And I hate it because whenever all of chat jumps on something together, I feel obligated to do it. But it's like, you're all wrong. All of you. Consensus is bad. You're bad. It's bad. That's bad. I want to play you a track off an album called Eclipse. It's a track called House of Sleep. It is so good. It is one of the best Amorphous songs out there. And this is a sing-along track, for sure. You don't know what it is. Do you know this one? Yes, Zip says Megabat. That's pretty good too, Zip. About the dream I had, I will make you sleep. Do you guys know this song? If you don't know this song, learn this song. It's going to be on the test. This is Crimsonclad 101. Let's do it. House of Sleep. Come on, motherfuckers. You guys want to name him all sorts of terrible things, and I don't agree. I cannot get behind this. You've got Batstodon, Balton Brad. No, these are all terrible. They're all terrible. You're terrible. I'm not naming the bat. I'm not naming him Corbat. I'm not naming him Viking Bat Venturer. I'm not naming him Batimer or Bastille or Battlebee. No. These are all terrible. Yeah, Zip, that's a great cover. Whiskey in the Jar, the Metallica version, is a gooder. Bat Masterson. No. No. I'm not naming the bat. That was not on the deal for tonight's show. So yes, that album, Eclipse, has a lot of the cleanest singing that Amorphous does. And as Batty McBackface, get out! I just want to pick something up and just be like, Hooah! No! Not naming the flappy bastard. Amorphous. They're excellent. That album, Eclipse, has some of the cleanest singing that Amorphous does, but Amorphous is one of those bands that I always recommend to people because there's clean singing and there's unclean singing, and it's all the same singer. If you want the hardest, most sick, awesome Amorphous, you go back to the 90s, you find Tale of the Thousand Lakes. If you want the newest and most spectacular heavy vocals but beautiful melodies, then you move into albums like Under the Red Cloud or Queen of Time. It's all good. Batmorphous. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. You know what, Zip? I would normally take any reason to play more Amorphous, but I've got to finish tonight's show. We do have Iron Maiden though, so if you want to stick around. But I'm exhausted. I'm already a full hour over time, and I'm going to continue. So, yes, Amorphous is excellent, and there are so many songs. Like Queen of Gold is a great... Oh, fuck. That whole album, Eclipse, is so good. Like, man, I can't even... Nope, we're not going to do it as much as I want to do Amorphous. We're Bat Halen. I hate you guys. I hate streaming. I'm never streaming again. I'm going to play you a track by a band called Sylosis. So for those of you who want clean singing, this may or may not fit. So Sylosis is is kind of like a thrash speed death metal band. And this is really, really good. And this is off one of my favorite Sylosis albums. It's a little bit older, but it's really, really good. It's from an album called Edge of the Earth. So it's from like 2010 or 2011. So this is one of my favorite albums of theirs, but they have a great discography. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do Iron Maiden, and then I'm going to quit streaming forever. Tonight was the night that you and your terrible bat puns drove me off air. Did I think it was possible? No. Did you do it anyways? Yes, you horrible monsters. You took something as beautiful and precious as my bat friend, and you turned it into a torture device. I'm not naming him Bat Nugent. No. What? No. Terrible. It's just... This track is called Awakening because the idea is my little bat friend at some point is going to wake up. Now, whether it's just a pee break, because it could be, or whether it is his final, like, leaving me forever to go off and live his little bat life, I don't want to think about it. But eventually he will experience an awakening. So will you. You will all recognize how terrible your suggestions are. They're bad. And I don't even care that you guys have sent me donations tonight. I'm still not naming the bat. I took your money and I'm still not doing it. Battleocalypse. Michael Batson. Release the Batkin. I hate you.
All the lights were
Well, it was nice knowing you guys. Officially, Full Force Radio has just hit a fucking plateau, and we did it. We just jumped the shark. We just jumped the bat. Joe Batriani. Bat instead of rat. Batatonia. This isn't how this was supposed to go. Obituary. Wasn't supposed to end like this. You know that scene in The Matrix where the guy dies and she looks up at the camera and she's like, not like this. That's how I feel right now. You guys killed my show. It's dead. It's an ex-bat. All right, so we went an hour overtime. I made a metal love letter to a bat. I hate all of you. I went from loving and having the best community in the world to literally hoping someday I can strangle every single one of you. I'm incredibly triggered right now. And I'm going to end with Iron Maiden because, of course, I'm going to end with Iron Maiden. Even though, like, every part of me now... Every part of me wants to rage quit this stream, but I need to show you guys I'm better than that. So we're going out on Iron Maiden. This is the worst. Never become a streamer. It's a mistake. Live entertainment, live radio, live streaming, live... Okay, so my love letter to my bat is ruined. I hope you all know that. I'm gonna play you, no, not Wasted Years. Oh, we actually played Wasted Years last week, I think. But don't abatten us yet. We're gonna play Iron Maiden. And I'm actually... Patient Zero missed all of it. Listen, we are going... Welcome, Bat Cotter. Oh my lord. This is getting out of hand. I'm ignoring you. I'm literally going to turn off chat at this point if you guys are like this. So I'm going to play Infinite Dreams. It's a great track, and of course, another romanticized take on my beautiful little bat friend. Infinite Dreams for all of you. And for me, we always end, when we can, Full Force Radio ending with Iron Maiden. Tonight has been a fun one. I look forward to tomorrow drinking heavily and writing these show notes so I can share it all with you. I dropped a link to the Crimsonclad Discord. You guys asked for that. We're making it. You guys asked for a potential Patreon. I'm working on it. You asked for the store. I'm not done yet. But listen, I literally put my entire life into making you guys happy. And this is how you repay me. Just think about that. Think about that. Think about what you did. Perter batter. Okay. We're going to play one more song. We're going to up the irons, and I'm going to pretend that none of you exist. Do you guys know how to sing along to this one too? We should do a metal karaoke night. Bat times at Ridgemont High.
Infinite dreams, I can't deny them. Infinity is hard to comprehend. I could hear those screams, even in my wildest dreams. Suffocation, waking in a sweat.
That's it's a lot. Tonight was a lot. Listen, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys had so much fun. I have never heard so many bad bat puns in my life, and I never expected that I would rage quit over bad bat names. And yet, here we are. So, with all that being said, we talked about a lot of stuff tonight. The entire playlist, from black metal to speed metal to thrash metal to doom to early 90s to brand new last month. Everything tonight was inspired by the most adorable, tiny, 1-inch tall, furry bat that has chosen my house to hibernate on. That's it! An entire live radio show. What can I say? My name is Crimsonclad. This is Full Force Radio. Go to fullforce.rocks. You'll be able to find this and every other episode. Please come back next week. Listen, watch, hang out. Trigger me immensely. I don't have words. But I hope you guys had a lot of fun. We talked about some stuff tonight. Am I about to have a mental breakdown? Yes! Actually, it's shocking. Very rarely have I been this triggered, but I'm I'm right there. So bad. This is so bad, and I hate it. And I hate all of you. So, okay, did I play bat metal? Yes. All right. So here's the deal. We talked about a couple different things that are changing. YouTube replays, I'm going to cut all the music out of them. Does it suck? Yes. Will it mean that you'll be able to actually watch replays without YouTube taking them down? Yes. YouTube is coming for me. They're gunning for me. Every time I get an episode that gets popular, they take it down, and that sucks. So, all the music's going to get cut out. If you want to catch the music in a YouTube replay, you got to watch it live. Otherwise, you can go to the any of the other places to watch it on Vim TV, Twitch, whatever, Theta. Or you can go to Spotify and catch all of the artists and build your own playlist wherever you want. Otherwise, some things to think about. You guys have suggested things like a Patreon or whatnot. Yeah, we're on Trovo. I don't know if there's replays, but if there are, go to Trovo. Trovo's pretty good too. You guys suggested a Patreon. I'm thinking about maybe once a month videos, potentially delving into some of the dumb shit that we talk about on the show and turning it into more of a YouTube style video. I don't know. Normally I say I want to make you guys happy, but right now I kind of hope all of you fall down the stairs. So we'll talk later. I don't want to be that guy, but I'll be here next week. Same bat time. Same bat channel.